would you agree to lead the country, considering how much support you have? If I was in your shoes, like it just seems like an obvious yes, but you've been hesitant to say it, and when previously asked. So not sure if you're kind of changing your mind and you becoming more vocal about yes, look, I'm going to be open and I'm happy to lead the country if the citizens vote. So
again, I think that my commitment and my only ambition in life has been from day one to see to it that Iran is liberated, and instead of this regime, we have a proper secular democratic system in place. My only mission in life has been to usher in that new era and help facilitate that process. And I've accepted the responsibility of leading this transition. That doesn't mean that I'm running for office or that I have any personal ambitions down the line. And in fact, even if I did have that, which I don't, it would be putting the carriage before the horse. I really think that today, the biggest role that I can play for the nation is almost like the father figure. And in fact, today's generation, they mostly call me father. And I think that's the best title anybody could ever hope for or have. That's something that brings about the most interest for the nation. Governance can be done by others. I don't think that if we are able to succeed and make sure that Iran will have in the future the strengthening of its institutions, that will become far more system-centric than individual-centric. And this is really what ultimately maintains our country on the right path. If I have any role to play into bringing that into the fruition, I think that will be mission much more accomplished than anything else. And, at this point, let me be that father to help our nation survive. And let us focus on only the process that we are now facing right now and, not jump the gun into future solutions. I'm still committed to what I've said. Nothing has changed in my mind. But what I do realize today is that the amount of support, the amount of trust that people have in me puts me in a much more powerful position to be able to, in fact, be able to do that job for them because I have that support. And hopefully the world recognizes that this is what they're dealing with. This is not somebody claiming to be in a position, but the fact that there's that element to consider as who could bring this about for that country. And I stand ready to discuss this matter with whoever is willing to talk about this and find, the kind of solutions to the problem with the countries in the region and with the key governments, because I would like to be able to help my compatriots know that they are not alone in this struggle. And finally, the world is beginning to respond the way they should have a long time ago, but it's never too late. But today they can actually come and help the Iranian people liberate themselves and usher in a better era for all of us.